Hello family, ChefLorious here. Welcome back to the Love Lab. Today in Calabama Cooking, we're making baked ziti. Yes, this is one of those favorites. Everybody loves baked ziti, and I'm just gonna give you my spin on it. You know, I do me, you do you. That's the way it's supposed to be, right? All right, fam, come on in the kitchen. Let's cook. Okay guys, we're gonna start our ziti with a meaty marinara sauce. You can always use a jar sauce, but I'm gonna show you how to make a really quick sauce on top of your stove so you can see how quick and easy it is to get a really rich sauce right here with your own two hands. All right, I'm starting by browning a pound of ground beef and a pound of ground sausage. If you don't eat pork sausage, just do ground beef, or you can do just sausage. I like the combination of the two. It makes it really nice and filling. So that's what I'm gonna start with. While that's browning up, also we have for our sauce some diced onions. We have some minced garlic, garlic powder, oregano, some fresh basil leaves, some thyme, and of course our tomato sauce and crushed tomatoes. Browning this ground beef and ground sausage together, this is gonna give a really nice rich base to our sauce. And what I love most about this sauce, which I make a lot, is you can actually freeze it and have some later, or when you make it, just make a nice big pot of it. Use some in your ziti, save some. You can make lasagna with it. You can do so many different things with this sauce. And this is just a nice, quick way to do it. There is a more comprehensive sauce in my cookbook, Lori's Meaty Marinara Sauce. If you haven't gotten a copy of the cookbook, be sure to pick it up over at ChefLorious.com. We're gonna start here today. Once our meat gets about 80% done, we're going to add to it our diced onions and our minced garlic. So you'll notice as I cook the meat, I'm constantly breaking it up so that I can get the sausage and the ground beef incorporated together. Okay, so now you'll see our meat is done. And what I'm gonna do now is add in our chopped onions so they can begin to brown as well. And I'm going to add in my minced garlic. I'm gonna stir all these together so these flavors can start to get friendly with each other, start a relationship, a budding relationship. I'm gonna also add in here some oregano. And I'm usually starting with about a tablespoon. Again, this is how you're gonna work though with what your family likes and how your taste buds go, okay? I'm also adding some thyme. I love thyme. I absolutely love thyme. Well, I mean, I love T-I-M-E and T-H-Y-M-E. See how we're mixing all these together? Okay, now I'm gonna take these fresh basil leaves I have here. I've got about, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 fresh basil leaves. I'm gonna tear these up like so and just add it in here. That's gonna release the freshness of them, and they're gonna just make the sauce go to a whole nother level. I can smell the freshness in it. I love fresh basil. Just like so, like so. Okay, also gonna add just a little pinch of salt in here. Not too much yet because that sausage has good flavor to it. And also we're gonna put in the tomato sauce as well. But we're going to have a little pinch of salt and a hit of black pepper. Now if you want to, what I do in my more complete sauce, we also add mushrooms and bell peppers. A whole lot of things can go in this, and it can just be an even richer and fuller sauce. But this is our stovetop, the quick stovetop version. And our garlic just cooking together. Now, we've got a little fat in here that's been produced from our sausage. So, y'all know what I say. People tell you should drain the fat. You do not need that negativity in your life. Get rid of that, okay? Keep your fat, baby, okay? It's not that much. You need it. That's where the flavor comes from. And that's when everybody's going to be saying, ooh, girl, what is in your ziti? And you can say, sausage fat. All right, now we're going to start adding our tomatoes in here, tomato sauce. So when I'm doing the quick hurry up sauce, I just use a can of crushed tomatoes. See there? And a can of diced tomatoes with the juice. Okay. Now you're gonna stir this together and then start to watch your heat, because you wanna be careful at this point, because sometimes when these tomato sauces get a little too hot, they start popping and things, okay? So watch your heat. You wanna get this to a nice simmer. And this is my special thing. And I shouldn't say special because a lot of people do this. I like to add just a smidge of sugar. And the sugar is not to sweeten it, but the sugar is to break down the acidity of the tomatoes. If you're like me, tomato sauce and I frequently don't get along, okay? And so what I have found is that to break down the acidity with some sugar helps tremendously, okay? But it's important that you do it at this stage, so while the sauce is cooking, the sugar can be breaking down the acids in those tomatoes as it cooks, okay? If you add it at the end, it's not enough time. So while our sauce is doing its simmer thing and getting ready, again, this is a very quick hurry up stovetop, we are gonna start on the cheese portion. So what I have here is some ricotta, 2 cups of ricotta cheese in here. And to that, I'm going to add a whole bunch of mozzarella and Parmesan cheese that are mixed together, okay? And I'm gonna save some for the top, okay? This is about 2 to 3 cups. Do as much cheese as you like. I believe in cheese. The Lord gave us cheese, and I don't intend to take for granted any of his creations, okay? Here we've got some more of our herbs. I've got in here some parsley and basil mixed together here, okay? I like flavor in my food, so I'm gonna always go hard. I'm also gonna add a little bit for this thyme that we had. There we go. And a little bit more of this oregano, okay? Now I used that whisk initially to break up the ricotta. I'm gonna switch to a regular spoon now. Ooh. And give this a stir. Oh, that looks good. 2 lightly beaten eggs. This is just gonna help it bind together. Ooh, everything is just happening, y'all. It's happening. I feel the magic. Do y'all feel the magic in the Love Lab? It's happening for you. Here I've got my ziti noodles. Now I've cooked these ziti noodles according to the manufacturer's instructions, but I didn't cook them completely al dente. All right, I cooked them just below, and then once I took them out, I rinsed them in cold water to stop the cooking process because they're gonna go in the oven, and that's where they're actually gonna finish, cook it up completely. All right, so we're gonna mix those 2 together. Let's give this a little taste. Oh, that's good. So as this sauce simmers while we finish doing this portion of it, it's gonna be fine, and then we're gonna put this in the oven and let it bake so the flavors are going to be absolutely wonderful. So now that we've added some of these extra seasonings in our sauce, let's give this another taste. And don't y'all talk about me putting my spoon back in here. I'm at my house with my husband and my children. Okay. Bingo. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Okay, see this? See how I'm getting these noodles nice and coated in this cheese? Oh my God, this smells so good. And that egg is just gonna help it bind and get the richness. I'm so excited! See that, how that's nice and coated? Perfect, and our sauce looks good. Okay, you ready? We're gonna put it all together now. I'm gonna put a little bit of this sauce down here on the bottom. And again, like I said, this whole thing is gonna go in the oven, so our sauce is gonna have even more time for the flavor to develop and marry in with the ziti. Okay, and then I'm gonna go on top of that, some of this cheese again right here. I'm gonna put a little bit of this cheddar in there too. I love cheddar. My kids like cheddar too, so I'm in good company. And now back to some more sauce. I'm telling you, this is gonna be so filling with all the meat that's in the sauce, and I promise you, that sausage in there sets it off. I'm serious. I'm serious, the sausage sets it off. Top it with a little bit of sauce. Now we're gonna go back to the very top, and we're going to bake this in a 375 degree oven for about 30 minutes or so. It depends on your oven, and you just want to make sure the cheese is melted and bubbly and all of that. Now, if you're having any issues or your cheese isn't melting like you want it to melt, just cover the dish with foil and then take off the foil the last few minutes. That was a free tip. There we go. I'm gonna top this with a little bit of basil as well, because I love basil. Well, family, it has been about 35 minutes. I left this in the oven, and would you look at this beautiful, oh my God, this looks so good. See how this cheese is melted so beautifully on the top? We're going to get in here. Now, I let it rest for a few minutes, not many, but just enough so I wouldn't burn my hand. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that, fam. Oh my word. See, our sauce and everything is in here. Oh, jeez. Everything about this is perfect. Everything. One in the middle here to get a little more sauce. Because see, the sauce cooks in with the tomato, the sauce and the cheese, all the air. I'm at a loss for everything. I don't have to know. Thank you so much for joining me, fam. This right here, I did this. I gotta go crush it. Have a wonderful day. I can't wait to see you next time right back here in the Love Lab for more Calabama cooking. See you later. Happy cooking.